Well, good afternoon. I hope you're having a great afternoon. I am not at my peak today, but that's okay because some days you're going to not have your peak. I was doing great, but ended up with a migraine that is just like, it feels like a vice on my head. And I had this for about 4 years, just about 4 years. I've had these, actually, I've probably been longer. Yeah, but I'll say 4 years. And it's debilitating. It can be really hard, especially with someone like me who loves to do things. By the way, my name is Stephanie Dawn, in case you haven't met me before. And I wanted to come on live and tell you a little bit about my story. So I started on this path here about 3.5 years ago, but I've been working in the natural health and natural energy field for a lot of years because it really intrigued me. And especially when I lost my immune system at 15 and they couldn't figure anything out. And I went to an iridologist, and within a month, I was not only back on my feet, I lost a lot of weight. And I just felt good. I felt really good. And so I visited him until he passed. And then I was just kind of, coasting along. I did some studies on my own and classes one's from Germany and from Europe. Studied under Dr. Krebs, Charles Krebs' protege. She was amazing. And just kind of went, was working in that field. And I ended up having to, well, just because of life, putting that aside and getting a job to work on to get the bills paid. Oops, just a minute. I want to be focused here. So my story here though is 3.5 years ago, I was approached about this business opportunity and these products. And I was not only a hard no, I was a rude no. I was like, I have been doing this since I was 18. Never have I made any money. Never have I had any kind of support. It was just kind of sign you up and figure it out. And I love doing it. I love being an entrepreneur. I love working in this field. But when I was introduced to this 3.5 years ago, I was considered unemployable. They took me off the list because my head does this. It will sometimes just explode and I have no way to get it to stop, or I'll get spins, or I'll look like I'm drunk because I'm walking into things, and that's generally when I'm getting a pretty bad one. So when I was approached, I was like, no, I don't want to do another one of these. I have to figure something out because I'm $50,000 in debt and I'm making $300 a month. That is not covering anything. I was miserable because my head hurt all the time. It spun like crazy and I had no support and no money. Well, pardon me, I had my family as support. I couldn't get the support from the other field because they couldn't find answers.